Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Daniel Lynch here, Lynch's Lawn and Fence. You can find us, Lynch's Lawn and Fence LLC.com. Number one fence company in the world. Nobody better does it better than we do. Kind of give you an idea. This is trying to change it up a little bit. A lot of times y'all are used to seeing us in the war room. Guess what? We're not in the war room tonight. We're actually out here in the compound at my house where I was going to show you just, hey, we not only train on our minds and train on trying to come up with new ways of doing fence work and educating everybody in the market. We also train our bodies. We train our bodies and we make sure we're in good physical condition because, hey, let me ask you a question. Could I actually tell you what to do or sell you something or try to say, hey, this is the best route to do it when I'm not in good physical shape myself? I'm not there yet. I'm getting there and worked really, really hard. So y'all, hey, we all trying to get better together and we're trying to educate each other together. So, hey, like I said, if y'all want to find us, we're on X, Facebook, just Facebook, YouTube. You know, you can find us on the web. Hey, we're out there. Number one fence company in the world. There's nobody better than us. Nobody's going to train harder. Nobody's going to provide more information. Nobody's going to give you world-class customer service. And nobody's going to walk you through this step and be with you and your family on any fence project that you have better than us. We are number one. Truly, we are number one. And I challenge anybody out there to try us. See, guarantee you, we're number one. My team, the team that we have that we put together around us is better than any other team out there. They will work hard and diligently to make sure your dreams do come true in your backyard. Hey, so tonight, let me hit this in here. You can contact us 318-459-7837, Monday through Friday, 6 to 5. After that, there's an on-call number. We have somebody answering the phone that will get, if they don't answer, they will get back to you really, really quick. So make sure you give us a call. Any questions, you can like us, subscribe to us. And then also, if you got any comments, hey, sometimes what we tell you works in our area and works in other areas. All we're trying to do is educate people. We're in Louisiana, actually Bossier City, Louisiana. So a lot of things we share and talk to you about is in the South. So that it really, really works here. I ain't never been up north putting up fences. Don't mind. I wouldn't say I wouldn't go. I'd love to try to figure it out up there. But hey, just I haven't ever done it. So hey, so I want to talk about right here is what I want to talk about is, do fence posts need to be set in concrete? So that's been a huge debate, especially in our area, because there's a lot of, I'll just give you some examples. So the state here has went to, with the Department of Transportation, they have went to where they have started driving a lot of their posts. They try to drive it down. This blows. I think one of our guys the other day, it's how many blows until it actually stops, and so, I put some fences up. We put some test stuff up. We've shown and we've looked at it, and it's like, fence posts being driven other than T-post or temporary fencing, something that's not going to be up very long, just does not work for us. We are more of a quality longevity style fence company versus go out there, bang, 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 take your money and leave. We don't do that. What we try to provide, we try to provide is a service that's going to last a long time. And you're going to get your money out of the fence. I mean, we don't want to come out there. There's a lot of these guys going around, they'll drive those posts down, on a privacy fence. And in our area, there's a lot of clay. And what happens is when the wind blows, it don't matter if it's 3 feet in the ground, it starts shaking that post. That ground gets wet, starts shaking that post. That water starts working down in that hole. And it just works and works and works. And before you know it, a 2 3/8 post goes to a 4-inch hole. And when that 4-inch hole goes like that, it just sits there and wallers and wallers. And before you know it, the fence is leaning. And a lot of these guys, well, the state says, yeah, drive the post down 3-4 feet. They're not doing that. They're getting out the cheap way, driving it down a couple feet, and it's not working. So, hey, I'm just going to let you know, if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, I'm going to drive your fence post. If you're in the South and they're driving your fence post, they're an idiot. Don't let them do it. I tell you, 20 years of fence experience, done plenty of these fences out here where we've tried, projects because we wanted to, if it will work, we'll do it. But it just does not work. It's not good. It don't work. Prove me wrong. That's the only thing I can tell you. Let's go put a fence up out in the middle of a field, drive the post down, and let's leave it out there for 3 months and see what happens. I can tell you, it's going to move. You set them babies in concrete the right way, I promise you, it ain't going to move. It's going to take God to move that thing. So, y'all, that's just I mean, yes, you can drive them. I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it. I don't think it works. So privacy fences, chain link fences, vinyl fences, ornamental fences. If somebody wants to drive the post, they're an idiot. Tell them to stop, especially if you're in this south region. Now, if you want to go up north and it works up there, I don't know. I don't install fences up, in the northern part of the United States. So I don't know that works. But like I said, where we're at down here, it just does not work. We've tried it. We've experimented. Trust me, we're trying to find every day, educate ourselves to try to make things go better, quicker. It's more efficient, long lasting, things of that nature. Just, it has not worked for us. So, some of the things that people do that other than concrete, they use foam. I explained that a while ago. A lot of times, up north, the concrete gets really, really cold, cracks, breaks away from the post, and freezing, especially certain times of year. It's hard to keep the concrete once you get it in the ground, keep it to a certain temperature so it don't freeze. I completely understand that. So a lot of those guys up there use foam. Never have tried foam before. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on it. I don't know. I don't know if it works. Maybe some of you guys that are out there, you can say, hey, yeah, this works. Drop me a video, drop me a link in there and I'll look at it and, maybe you can sell me on it. Just don't work for where we're at, okay? Some of the fences that you can do. I mean, you can drive post on. Of course, everybody knows farm fence, you can do it. There's nothing that really it bothers or affects right there. So farm fence, you can do it. T-post is a wild thing. You can do it. I have seen people drive round post on game fences before, and I would agree it probably will work. Anything that's going to catch that wind, though, it's going to be tough. Like, I don't recommend it like on chain link. I've just seen, a lot of people call it hurricane fence because the wind can blow through it. But I have seen that something gets caught on that fence, whether you decide to put windscreen on it, or you put anything up there and it gets caught and it just starts shaking them posts. And once you start getting movement on them poles right there, it's just, it don't work. And I just tell you, it's tough. But farm fence, a lot of that's been used. They use that on, post-driven. You can do post-driven stuff. So, yeah, just some of the things that, like I said, I don't recommend it on chain link. Don't recommend it on privacy. Any kind of wood fence. I don't care if it's 4 foot, 3 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot. Don't drive the post. Vinyl fence, no, absolutely not. They got to be set in concrete. And then ornamental fence. It's just, ornamental fence don't catch a lot of wind. But to me, over time, that weight, and you do get some little bit of movement on it. I just don't, I don't feel comfortable doing it because I want to put out a product that's going to last, and I want people to be happy with. So like I said, any temporary fencing that you put up, temporary fencing, we do a lot of that in our area. We do a lot of post-driven temporary fence. We'll hang vinyl on it. Well, I say we'll hang vinyl, I'm sorry. We'll hang windscreen on it for these job sites, temporary stuff. And yes, it does work. Yes, it eventually moves. And sometimes you got to go back out, drive the post back down. Contractors very aware of that. They're fine with it, but it's a temporary fix to get them till the structure they have is getting built, and then it all comes up. So just some of that stuff, just keep in mind whenever you're doing it. It just, like I said, just depends on where you're at. Like I said, out in Arizona, it might be way different. Sandy environment out there. I don't know. Maybe it don't get as wet. Maybe it don't move. I don't know. But what I can tell you is what works in Louisiana. So let's go over this one more time. So what we're talking about was, do fence posts need to be set in concrete? Like I said, I said yes, they do. 100% they do. Post-driven fences, I can tell you, unless it's a farm fence, you ain't smart doing it like that. Don't drive the post. Make sure if you're putting up any kind of permanent fence, chain link, vinyl, wood, ornamental, make sure you're getting those posts down in the concrete. Now, I recommend on all our fences that have any kind of structure that's going to catch wind, it's a 10 to 12 inch hole, at least 30 inches deep. At least 30 inches deep. So if you're putting a 6 foot privacy fence up, 10 to 12 inch hole, 30 inches deep. If you're not doing that, I guarantee you that's where you're going to have problems. Now, when we get into an 8-foot privacy fence or 7-foot privacy fence, we go 3 feet deep. We'll go 3 feet deep. So it's, and then you go to a 12-inch hole. Kind of helps, just with the stability, and of course, we use heavier duty posts, which I won't get into all that. That's another video in itself. But chain link, same thing. When we do a chain link, we're going to do an 8-inch hole, and we're going to do 16 to 18 inches deep, depending on the height of the chain link as well. That's on a 4-foot, and of course, we'll go deeper and wider as we go higher. The ornamental fences, we try to stick with, most of the time, we're going to do a 12-inch hole, 24 to 30 inches deep. That's a lot of concrete. Generally going to get about 2 bags of concrete, which we use 80-pound bags. So it's 160 pounds, which is a pretty good bit of weight on holding that up. And so in there, go on a vinyl fence. Most time the vinyls are 6 to 8-inch posts, mostly 6. But yeah, we'll do a 14-inch hole, and then we do them 24s. And then if it's a gate post, we're going to put something on the inside to hold the post to where it don't lean. So y'all, just like I said, don't mean this is gospel. Don't mean it's the 100% right way where you're at, West Coast, East Coast, northern part of the United States. I can tell you, we are in Louisiana. I know this works in Louisiana. Like I said, we try stuff, we test stuff, we do stuff all the time just to try to find better ways to be more economic, to be more economic on the things we do. We try to, speed things up, make sure people are getting good quality, good quantity, long lasting for what they're paying for. So like I said, not saying it works 100% of the time where you're at, but I can tell you this works for us. We train on this stuff all the time, trying to make ourselves better, trying to get you the best product out there. Lynch's Lawn and Fence, LLC.com, X, Facebook, YouTube. You can find us anywhere out there. Call us anytime, Monday through Friday, 6 to 5. If you don't get us in, let the phone keep ringing. Somebody's on call. Somebody's going to answer your phone call. 318-459-7837. Y'all come see us. Thank you.